Just in, the man shot and killed by police was Donnell Carter, a man with a lengthy arrest record. It's the second time that a scene like this has played out this week, and we've been tracking this story since shortly before 2 o'clock this morning. Milwaukee police officers initially were called out for a fight that happened nearby, and then they heard shots fired. That's when they got involved. They claimed they saw one man with a gun and opened fire. That man is now dead. Today's TMJ4's Nick Montez live from the scene. Nick, what do we know about the suspect?
Well, good afternoon, Vince. Yeah, we just got an update from MPD. They tell us that the suspect is 39-year-old Donnell Carter and that he has a lengthy criminal record. Now, please tell me that this all started with two police officers investigating a fight here at the BP gas station, and that's when they heard shots fired from around the corner. Folks who live in this neighborhood were worried.
It's crazy. It's unbelievable that it was actually that close.
Demetria Spence couldn't believe what was happening out her front door, a man shooting into the night sky.
When I first heard it, I'm like, they shooting. Like, I really kind of didn't believe it. Then the second time, I'm like, oh yeah, they really shooting.
Two officers at this BP gas station heard the shots at 42nd and Burleigh.
And the officers proceeded to the sound of shots fired and were immediately confronted by a subject armed with a weapon.
The shooting happened in front of this seafood restaurant. Investigators tell us the officers ordered the man to drop his gun several times, but he didn't.
Officers feared for their safety and discharged their firearms.
The suspect later died at the hospital. Police are trying to figure out who or what he was shooting at. Spence is glad her neighborhood is safe.
It looked like they knew what was needed to be done and how they need to handle the situation.
Now, those two officers have been placed on administrative duty. In Milwaukee, Nick Montez, today's TMJ4. Vince?
All right, Nick, thanks very much. Let me ask you a quick question. Do we know anything more about other arrests at this point?
Well, we did see one man arrested, taken into custody just after the officers were wrapping up here, but we don't know if it's related specifically to the shooting. I did put in a request for MPD, but have not heard back. Vince? All
right, Nick Montez on scene for us in Milwaukee. Nick, thank you. And this is actually the second shooting this week involving a police officer. Investigators say a man was accidentally shot while being arrested. He's accused of stealing a car at gunpoint, 53rd and Capitol. Suspect's mother spoke exclusively with today's TMJ4. She said the police need to explain how the cop's gun fired after her son surrendered.
I've never heard of the officer, accidentally put his holster and shot his partner. These shooting these people that's in the streets. These, so-called criminals, people that's subdued and custody.
The officer whose gun fired is on administrative leave. That is standard procedure as police investigate. Man accused of the shooting